I've been in charge of Villarreal for 6 hours and now I have to manage them in a game against Cadiz. How will we get on? Stick around to find out. Yes, hello, welcome on into Living Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter, here now with Villarreal in La Liga. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily football manager content here with Glory Hunter at 11 AM Monday to Friday. And if you missed the last episode, go and check it out or you won't understand how we're here. I hope you're enjoying our nice yellow box that's around. I'm just watching me on my recording screen over there. Our lovely yellow boxes around us now to match the colours of Villarreal, moving from that dark red that we had for Roma, now yellow to match the yellow of Los Submarinos Amarillo, as I'm sure their nickname is, the Yellow Submarines. And you see we have a game against 14th placed Cadiz. They're just one place below us in La Liga at the moment, and it's going to be our first game in charge. I say we got the job at midday today. It's 6:30 at night and now we have to manage a team. I said I would come back to you obviously to play the first game and to show you the team and the formation we're going to go with, and I'm still not sure what formation we're going to go with, what's best, but this is what I think I'm going to go with. I looked back at the previous games that have been played and the old manager appeared to go with a similar formation to we played in our first few seasons at Roma. 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 2 central midfielders, 2 wingers and a striker. And then the interim manager played a 4-4-1-1. So I feel as if a 4-2-3-1 might just do the job. Obviously we have our goalkeeper, who is Rulli, the 33-year-old now Argentinian. He's been at the club for a long time, you know, since 2020 there. Very solid. Before that he was at Real Sociedad as well. Solid goalkeeper. I don't think there's any problem there, to be honest. At the back, Pau Torres. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his first name, but Torres anyway. Been here his whole career at centre back. Been a very solid fixture. You can see from his ratings there. He's very good defensively. Heading 16, marking 16, tackling 16, positioning 16. The ones I look for. And he's got 14 passing, which is good for a ball playing defender as well. He's got very nice physicals as well. 6'3", left footed. Probably one of the better players in our squad, and alongside him we have a few options. We could go with Jan Foyth or Foyt. I'm not quite sure how his surname's pronounced, but he can play right back or he can play centre back. You might remember him from his time at Tottenham before he came here. He's been a solid fixture. Look at that, never above a 7 hours rating. He's been very solid for them. I'm going to play him at right back to begin with, though you can see he's very, very good a lot of aspects of his game. And I think I'm going to play Nikola Milenkovic at centre back. I did try and sign him on loan in one of my last seasons with Roma. He ended up going to Villarreal for £20 million in the January last year. Played 12 games, maybe not great, but I think I'm going to give him the chance to be a centre back. He's not been playing great so far, so if he struggles, he will be replaced almost certainly by George Cuenca. I'm not quite sure how his name is pronounced, but he looks very solid as well. To be honest, I can imagine he'll be disappointed that he's not in the team. He's played 11 games so far this year for has not had a great average rating, but he had been in the side before that. He can also cover at left back if need be too. Probably better defensively than going forward at left back, and our left back at the moment is probably our weakest position. It's somewhere we look to upgrade, I imagine, in the January window. It's just, 6 weeks away, but Manu Sanchez is going to be our left back. You can see he's okay, but could probably do with an improvement in that position. But all in all, I'm fairly happy with the defence. You see we're playing 2 ball-playing defenders. The left side's a wing-back. Foyth will play just as a full-back on support. And then ahead of them, 2 central midfielders. Berg there, you can see he's wanted at the moment by Arsenal. He's been here. £67 million they paid Sheffield United for Berg. He was very good at Sheffield United. I'm not quite sure if he's worth £67 million, but he's a very well-rounded, very solid player. He's going to play as a box-to-box midfielder for us because Morlanes here is going to play as a playmaker. You can see he's been at Villarreal his whole career, apart from... This is weird. He was loaned and then bought back. Not quite sure how that works, but nonetheless, he's been here his whole career. He's only played 9 times this year. I'm going to give him a chance as a starting central midfielder, as a deep line playmaker. We will see how he gets on. Central midfield is probably one of our weakest positions, which makes me think maybe we play with a defensive midfielder and a central midfielder, or even 2 defensive midfielders, because we've got good defensive mids. We could even move Foyt up to play defensive mid alongside Berg and bring someone into play at right back like Rick Cardstup, who's very good. Remember, formerly of Roma. We sold him our first season and he went to Juventus, and he's been at Villarreal over the last couple of years. That's something we could possibly do if we wanted to change it and play with 2 defensive midfield players. Now, ahead of that, I'm fairly excited about our players in the wide area. On the right hand side, it's Samuel Chukwueze. I might give him a nickname if I keep struggling with his surname, to be honest. You can see very, very good dribbling, 18, crossing 15, first touch 16. His finishing's only 11. As someone who's coming in as an inverted winger or an inside forward, I'd like it to be a little bit better than that, but he's got good technique, good passing, he's got good physical stats. To be honest, he's a pretty good player. He's wanted by Tottenham. He's been here, say, most of his career after a year in Nigeria. He came over to Villarreal. Very solid. I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays. He's got 4 goals so far this season coming in off that right hand side. Hopefully he can score more. And coming in off the left, someone who can play on the right hand side as well, but we're going to play him off the left as an inside forward because he's right footed. The Bosnian Antony Redzipagic. Maybe we'll just call him Red. Yeah, let's call him Red. There we go. Nickname set. He's just called Red. I'm never going to be able to say his surname. So Red here on the left-hand side, play for the Gillow Submarines, I suppose. See, some of his stats are a little bit kind of ropey, maybe not great, but he's got 15 dribbling. He's got 16 passing, 14 technique. Good physical stats. He's fast, basically. He can get behind the defence. I'm going to give him games out on that left-hand side. See, he's played 6 times, scored 2 goals this season. Played 13 times last year, and half a season scored 3 goals. They paid £16 million for him. So we've got to use him, in my opinion. I think he could be good coming in off that left-hand side. Previously, they have been using Moy Gomez here, and he's 31 years old. He's probably a bit more well-rounded. He's been playing a lot of games. He's the past. I want to bring in the future, and I think Red could do that. And in the middle of those 2 players, we're going to go with Paco Alcacer, the 32-year-old Spaniard. We could probably do with some younger attacking players, to be honest. But you can see his physicals are maybe starting to decline, but he's very good mentally. He's got good technical stats as well. He's finishing his first touch there. He's got good heading. You think, oh, it'd be good to poach it. I'm using him as a shadow striker to break on into that box. You can see last season he got 11 goals in 32 games. So far he's only got 2 goals in 12. We'll be hoping he can get more than that, and that's because Gerard Moreno, 33-year-old striker, is playing up front. His finishing's a little bit better. They could, I suppose, play either way around. Either could be the shadow striker, either could be playing up front, and we're going to be playing them as an advanced forward up front there. Might swap them round depending on what happens, but we need some younger strikers because 32 and 33 years of age for our strikers, we don't have long left with them. So I think we need to get them out the side, bring in some young blood. A couple of seasons here at Villarreal to try and win some stuff. I don't think if we're here more than 1 or 2 years, any of the strikers are going to be here long enough with us. We don't actually have any other strikers in the squad. The only people who can play up front are Alcacer and Moreno. Technically, you know, Samuel Chukwueze here can play up front if need be. Basically, we have 2 strikers in the squad, so we definitely need to bring a striker in at some point in January. But today, we're going to play our first game as manager against Cadiz. I was considering showing you the Man City game as well, but let's look at that Champions League group again. We're just going to get pummeled, I think, in that one, to be honest. So Man City are dominant, so they will beat us. You might get to see the last game if it means anything, depending on how the Sporting and Wolfsburg game goes. You know, if it ends up as us against Wolfsburg for 3rd place, that could be worth something, so maybe we'll get to see that. But to be honest, I'm not concentrating on Europe. I'm going to be concentrating on La Liga here. I don't have the real name fixed. I apologise. It's called the Spanish First Division. We're trying to get up into the European places. I'll be honest, don't know if I want Champions League. I think I would like Europa League, possibly the Conference League if we could get into that. And then we could try to win the Conference League or the Europa League next season with an improved side. That's my aim, really. And if you have a look at what the board want from us, you can see all they would like is a top half finish. So long as we get in the top 10, that's what they want. And they like to get to the semi-final of the Spanish Cup, which you can see is still in the first round stage, where there's lots and lots and lots of teams. And we play against Mirandes, who are in the First Division A, whatever that division's meant to be. So anyway, today we play up against Cadiz, and let's just get right into it now, the second half of this episode. We've introduced you to the squad, introduced you to the tactic we're going to go with here, and let's see how we get on. Can we start off our career as Villarreal manager with a win? Let's find out. It would be fantastic if we could start our career as Villarreal manager with a win, but we'll see what we do. We're not even playing in yellow in our first game, unfortunately. The Yellow Submarine not playing in yellow. Instead, we're playing in this red and blue stripes. I'm not quite sure. It almost looks like a Barcelona kit from here. Maybe it's just red. I'm not sure. But we pass the ball about at the back here. Let's see how we progress it upfield. We're playing a kind of fairly vertical style. Keep the ball, but try to go forward with it as opposed to just passing about at the back. A fairly high tempo. The ball into Alcacer there. Back to Sanchez. Red hits it, and it's blocked. And Berg comes with it and loses the ball. And the ball's launched forward now. And Ganvola there. The ball launched to Kiko, and we win the ball back. Alcacer out to Red, who's playing on the left-hand side. Finds Gerard Moreno. Back to Red. Forward to Moreno, but it's defended. But Moreno gets the ball and scores. And what a way to score our first goal as Villarreal manager. That's a mess, an absolute mess of defending. We'll get to see the replay here. But I thought the chance was over as Red overplayed the ball there. But the defender tries to backheel it and he just gives it straight to Gerard Moreno, who dinks it over the keeper. And we lead 1-0. And we've had most of the ball. We've had most of the shots. We're kind of dominating this first half, but let's see if we can continue that as Kiko has it and plays it infield. Oh no, there's a chance for Cadiz, and they hit it just wide of the goal. That was our first shot of the game, and we still lead 1-0 here as we pass the ball about the back. It's strange playing with 4 at the back. We've obviously played 4 at the back when we've been at Austria, but we didn't do it for so many seasons at Roma. But now, Gerard Moreno through. Can he get his second? No, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. Good football from us there, it says down the bottom. Well, look at that. You can get to see the screen, or the game on the screen on the side here. The ball comes into the middle and it's all the way through the box. We had a chance there to get our head on it. We didn't take it. But yeah, very strange playing with 4 at the back. I'll say, we did it with Austria, but for Roma for so long we played with 3 central defenders, and we're not doing that at the moment. It just feels a little bit strange. See, the previous manager was using 3 at the back, and I can understand why. He had a lot of good centre backs, but the left wing back / left back position is not good. I'm just saying I'm happy with what I've seen in this first game as we're currently moved up to 11th position. We'll see how we do as we play the ball out from the back. Milenkovic with it. Finds Foyt and Chukwueze and Berg. Morlanes. And we pass the ball around nicely. Let's see if we can go a bit more vertical now. Moreno, who's a little bit isolated up there himself. Alcacer has dropped very deep for a shadow striker. Chukwueze finds Foyt. And it's forward toward Chukwueze. Can he get the ball in the middle? There's 3 people there to find. Alcacer doesn't win his header, but it comes to Berg and Morlanes. And Sanchez now on this left-hand side. Can he go down the line and get the ball in the middle? Finds Morlanes. He's fouled in the box, surely. They're going to consult VAR, but it looked like a penalty. And I don't think I've even set my penalty kick taker, so we'll need to see who steps will take it. I imagine it'll be Moreno or Alcacer. Who is it going to be as he steps up? It is Moreno. Can he get his second of the day? Yes, he can. And we lead 2-0 after 50 minutes against Cadiz here. And it looks like we're going to get off to a winning start as Villarreal manager. If things stay like this, you can see the stats. We're totally dominating the game. Hopefully we can keep that up. And the more goals we score, the better our goal difference will be. But also, we can't be complacent. We've got to make sure and not give away anything at the back. Chukwueze finds Alcacer and Foyt, who's on the overlap. Now he gets fouled. That's a free kick. They're going to check for a penalty, but it was a free kick. It was outside the box. And they're checking for a penalty, and I'll tell you right now, no penalty. It's a free kick. Correct. I would like to see the highlight from the free kick, but no, we don't get to see it. The ball is thrown in from that left-hand side, and Berg plays it into Alcacer, who's dropped very deep. I say, I'm not quite sure. As a shadow striker, I thought he'd be a little bit further up the park. Maybe we should play with 2 strikers. I'm not sure. Or maybe we play someone that's not a striker in that attacking midfield position. We'll see what happens as the game progresses. But Cadiz have a chance here. Down the left-hand side. Back into the middle. Switches to play to Alex. He's in behind here. It's a good save from Rulli. And Foyt plays it back into him. Pau Torres will get rid of this. I'm sure he will launch it away. No, he plays it nicely to Milenkovic, and now the highlight ends, and now Cadiz have another chance as Ganvola, and behind the defence here, takes it toward the corner flag. Alex back into Macon there. I was going to say Maicon, but that was an old Inter Milan right back, wasn't it? Macon plays the ball in the middle. Kiko hits it. Oh, it's bounced about and it's gone in eventually with a header from Sobrino. And Cadiz have started to come back into this game. Look at that. They've had a lot more shots in this second half than before. And now we're just dangerously just one goal ahead. Haven't made a substitution yet, and there's a highlight now. Sanchez with it into Morlanes, and that's a poor pass, and Sangali can come away with the ball now. And who's going to try and close him down? Well, we need to make some changes. There'll be some tired legs out there, I would imagine. And Red is not having a good game on this left-hand side. Sobrino plays the ball back to Ramos, and Cadiz have got a chance here if they come forward on that left-hand side. They have indeed. Ganvola, Sangali, and we won the ball back, but we gave it straight back to them. And Alex is in behind it. It's a great save from Rulli, who tips it over the bar. And we still lead 2-1. Red is not having a good game, so we'll bring him off and bring on Moy Gomez. And Alcacer's not having a great game either, so we'll bring on Ivan Martin in the centre attacking midfield position. 5 minutes left to go in the game. It'd be disappointing if we conceded an equaliser now as Sobrino's in behind. He hits it. It's a good save from Rulli. And Cadiz have really got back into this match in the second half. I'm not quite sure what to do to attempt to change the momentum. I meant to say the mentality has been balanced the whole time. We're not playing particularly cautious or positive. Just balanced. Gives us a chance to do what we want, hopefully with the ball. I've not touched it at all this whole game as the ball went all the way back to Rulli there. Launched long. And surely that's the end of this highlight. We've brought on Daniel Amarte in the middle of the park for the last few minutes. And there's 5 minutes added time here. Cadiz have totally turned things around in terms of number of shots here. But we have held on to a 2-1 victory. The expected goals were in our favour. That's what matters. Helps having a penalty, doesn't it? But we win the game 2-1. 2 goals from Moreno. And a perfect start, almost. It'd be good if I had a clean sheet, but a great start to our journey, or our life here, in Season 5 of Glory Hunter, in our first game at Villarreal. So that moves us nearly into the top half of the table, just in 11th position at the moment, just 5 points off the European places. Hopefully, when you guys return and get to see how we've done over the next few games, we'll be closer to those European places, maybe even in them. Who knows? So depending how the Champions League gets on, we might be back for the game against Wolfsburg in one of the La Liga games either side of that. And if not, we'll be back probably for our Spanish Cup first round game and the game against Getafe. So it'll be Wolfsburg and Getafe, or it'll be Getafe and Mirandes. And the reason I would like to show you the Spanish Cup is because hopefully we'll score lots of goals and you'll get to see us scoring goals and winning quite comfortably, because they're a team several divisions below, and we really shouldn't be worrying about them. So it'll probably be in about a month's time, 4 or 5 games time, we'll be back for the next episode, our second one with Villarreal. So if you have enjoyed this one, got to see the squad, got to see the tactic, and a 2-1 victory against Cadiz, a winning start for us here, then please do leave a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until that next one, which is going to be at the end of December, we'll see you then.